All right, so Jordan, can you tell me a little bit about your hobbies that you had in high school and some of the activities you did while you were participating in there?
Yeah. Before high school, I was really big into soccer, and that was my main sport growing up. And so in high school, I played soccer for the varsity team, and sophomore year, I was the captain, and I really enjoyed it. And in the spring, I used to play club for Carmel. And at that point, I don't know, I wasn't enjoying it as much, so I kind of veered away from it. I didn't play my junior or senior year. I kind of just like picked up other hobbies. But I did get some calls to play for college. But since I kind of didn't have the passion for it anymore, I decided not to go down that path. And now in college, I play intramural. And I also play co-ed back at home in Indy.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think you lost that, the spirit for soccer? Is there any kind of reason for that?
Yes, there was.
What was that? Why was that?
Well, growing up, I used to play for FC Pride, and I loved all the girls I used to play with. And I never thought that it was much about. I always loved playing the game, and I loved how I felt when I was playing, and I loved winning. But when I switched over to play for Carmel, the girls, it ended up being like really high competition, so it was very cliquey, and people would try to sabotage each other for spots to start, and so I just kind of was fed up with it, and it kind of carried over to high school career, and I just gave it up.
Okay. Is there any memories? Are there any memories within your high school or playing career for FC Pride or even for Carmel that kind of stick out and you kind of maybe miss it or something like that?
Yeah. Our high school, we ended up winning county for the first time ever when I was a freshman. And that was super exciting because they had never done that before, so the seniors were really pumped about it because it was their last year.
Now, as a freshman, were you actually playing that much for the team? I know a lot of times freshmen don't do that. What were your minutes like and stuff like that? Were you like a starter or like what was the...
Yeah, I was a starter as my freshman year, and I played defense, so well, sweeper to be exact. But yeah, I played every game, and that was exciting for me because most people did start out on the JV team, so to be able to play for varsity, it was exciting, and it was an honor.
Yeah. So going back to maybe some of the calls you had for college offers, what kind of colleges were calling you and stuff like that? You said it was like sophomore year around when they were calling you? Okay.
I had one call specifically from Illinois, and that one was kind of stressful just because I wasn't exactly prepared for it, so I didn't know how to go about kind of holding that conversation because I wasn't sure if I wanted to play in college, so it was just kind of really iffy and up in the air about even if I wanted to take their offer.
So you said it was stressful. Was there anyone that helped you along the way throughout your decision to maybe play soccer or not play soccer, like in your family or anything like that?
Yeah, my dad was really for me playing, and he kind of pushed me to keep going past when I actually wanted to quit. And my granddad was a big one as well, who saw potential and wanted me to keep going as far as I could. But my mom was kind of always on my side, where she was like, if you don't enjoy it, you shouldn't keep doing something if you don't like it anymore. So that was kind of when I stopped.
So was it helpful, or why was it helpful, I guess, to have someone on your side like that? Would it have maybe changed your decision otherwise if you wouldn't have had your mom saying it's okay to do what you want to do?
Yeah, it was really stressful actually having so many people push me to keep going when I just didn't feel like I cared about it anymore. So having someone to be like, to understand where I was coming from and to say that it was okay to be feeling that way, it was really helpful to be able to talk to her about future goals when soccer was no longer in the picture.
So what do you look to do now in college as far as with soccer? Do you do anything with it as far as, I know you said you do a little bit of intramurals. Is there anything that you want to do further past that, maybe coach at one day or anything like that?
Well, I was thinking of possibly trying out for the club team. I don't know if that'll actually end up panning out, but I would love to, when I'm older, like coach if my kids end up wanting to play, just because I do enjoy it, but I don't want to play at a serious level anymore.
Okay. Now, as far as you talked about how in your granddad, your dad, and all them were for you. Why do you think they wanted you to play so much? Or do you think it was more they like to live vicariously through you, or